Picking up. Yep. Chat box is the right size. What we got? Hey,
はい、それ
Elena.
では、本日の東西戦始めていきます。お願いします。よろしくお願いします。マイクシャドウです。はい。よろしく
Tadabine
お願いします。それで
versus
はご了承よろしくお願いします。はい。
Setochi.
さあ、今日はですね、32人で
Oh, that car throw. Wake up car throw is pretty good.
の
It
戦い
catches
となっており
shimmies.
ますが、
People who like stand just outside of throw
あ、マ
range.
ッチさんとこれ豆腐の
Time to bait the throw tech.
豆腐の
And car throw will still grab it. I do that a lot as Zora.
豆腐
Wake up car throw.
山梨の
It does come out one frame slower than a normal throw,
豆腐の人豆腐の人
which is rarely a factor.
完全に勘違いしてた。チダッチさんチダッチさんだ。おお、とんでもない戦法に出してきたと思う。
Oh, that could have been a better punish than that. She can do low strong into super
ダメ端の攻めが
on any block dash punch. Holy shit.
すかさずタルバインスペシャル。しかもビヨってましたからね。
I said Tadabine special.
サービスですよ。すかさず切り返してタルバインが1本
What does that mean?
スーパンガードさせる EX 昇竜スパキャンブレイドっていうのはタルバインスペシャルですから投げしんじゃないか。やっ
Get that dizzy.
ぱりエレナってキャラが初心者キャラですよね。かなり。
I almost never see this matchup.
僕もわかんないんですけどどうすればいい
It
です
looks
か。
kind of fun. Call the backdash? No. That goes like no distance at all.
どうせ投げなんで
Her super 1 has very poor range and kind of poor damage, and it doesn't juggle for much.
チョイスがですね
But it only barely costs more than EX bar,
難しくてなんかジャックとチーで使い分けられない
which is kind of nice.
なんか両方
Oh, that could have been a bigger punish too.
ありますよね。それは結構その距離が多くてエレナは投げてタルバイン勝利。
I like the idea of a super like that. I feel like supers like that are gone. Unfortunately, supers like that tend to be kind of strong. Something you have like 3 of with a really short bar
おなじみの
that doesn't add that much damage.
勢の燃え
It's like Dudley has that with his super 3 and it ended up being his best super.
なるほど。
Ken has that with his super 3 and ended up being his best super.
戦法なんですか。タルバイン
And there aren't that many other examples of it. I guess Yun Super 2 is a good example of it,
順番
that
を
almost no one runs.
大将ではない。
But Yun Super 2 is still good.
別にじゃないですね。
It's just the Genejin is better.
やっぱりビギナーズ勢が増えてきたからそうなんですよね。ちょっとかわいそうな感じしますよね。
I feel like that's an interesting decision that the player gets to make, choosing between a strong super that you can only stock a few of,
しょうがないんじゃないですか。
and a weak super that you can stock a bunch of.
大丈夫ですか。出ない。
No other Street Fighter game lets you make that decision, I feel like. Well, I guess in Alpha you could just use level 1 versions of supers.
さあタルバインが
Maybe I'll also high funky Jamies.
おっともつれて距離を取ってまず
I gotta script a
スフィア上に打ってます。
I gotta script a movie today.
空対空は EX マレット暴れているがこれが強いですね。さっきの空中で落とした分立ち台系が持続で当たってて、はい、立ち台系、はい、エレナの立ち台系が空対空からの着地攻めの立ち台系が持続で当たってて、多分当たったらブレーキつながるフレームなんですよ。そんなの入るんですね。あれ持続がクソ長いんで。さあゲージをあってこれは美味しいか。もう後ろがないのにラウンドアーチで下がろうとしましたね。後ろスペースなくてもラウンドアーチ強くないですか。強いんですけど
Movie for sure you can.
そういうことユリアには微妙じゃないですか。
I don't have to do it today, but I want to get a start on it.
タルバインゲージがマックスなので、しかししっかりと上を見ている前中盤。あの技そこそこ耐久性能いいですよね。隙も少ないし。
That overhead. The medium punch overhead goes farther, but comes out slightly slower. There's no other considerations in this game. In Street Fighter 4, the medium punch overhead is also plus 1 additional frame, which is really important because it affects your ability to link out of it. It's plus 3 on normal connect, and goes up to plus 5 on meaty, compared to the other one which is plus 2 and goes up to plus 4. That's a pretty significant difference when character has a 3 frame normal. Lane is doing well. I really like watching him. He's usually the highlight of these videos for me. There's no analog for Urian. He's like a completely unique character. There's not even a character who's similar to him. He's got one move where he kind of charges at you and it's unsafe. It's a little bit like a charge version of, I guess the best the best comparison would probably be Feng's charge back forward punch move. Unsafe charge move that's his main combo option. But Urian's goes a lot farther, a lot faster. More like a Balrog dash punch, I guess. Look at those super meters at the bottom, holy shit. No, Scissor Kick is always safe though. And then, he's got a move where he kind of knee drops on you that I don't know if it'll make it back in its current form. Because I think it needs to be reimagined quite a lot in order to make it a good move, because it was sort of accidentally good in Street Fighter 3. It was mainly used for repositioning, particularly for getting cross-up unblockables. I think this is Mijinko. They said this is the guy who had the G in his name. They swapped the wrong name. Mijinko plays Q. It's kind of cute. The G in his name is swapped with the fucking Roman letter G. Oof. That's a one frame length off the overhead. Not very hard. I mean, it's hard in the sense that it's a one frame length, but pianoing. And then Urian has a fireball that's not quite Goken's. It's like really similar to Goken's. He can shoot it in 3 different angles and he can delay the release. But unlike Goken, delaying the release doesn't power it up. Also, he can't spam it to the degree that Goken can. The ones that go up are about as fast as Goken's. The one that goes straight is nowhere near as fast as Goken's. The big fireballs that go up have very short recovery in Street Fighter 3. Auras and Urians. It makes sense because it's pretty useless if it doesn't have good recovery. They feel about right. They're certainly not crazy useful because it's hard to make them even hit the opponent. They should have made Aura's medium one go recover a little slower though, to incentivize you to use the hard one more, because the medium one is almost always better than the hard one. And there's a couple matchups where the medium one dominates, namely Hugo. The medium one is really hard for Hugo to deal with because he blocks it standing, even though it goes up and the recovery is very short. What other moves does Urian have? I feel like I'm missing one. The headbutt. That one is like... Oh man. There isn't really a move like that, is there? Some characters can't crouch it, and when it's blocked it's safe, but you can crouch it for most characters. And if you crouch it, then you can whiff punish it. So in that regard, it's a little bit like, I don't know. Link special moves from normals. Are you using the word link correctly? I can't even think of almost any instance in Street Fighter 5 where you do link specials from normals. Oh, that jump roundhouse was nice. Lena's air normals are really strong in this matchup. Because Q's tall. And because his air hitbox is enormous. The EX. Alright, so I'm gonna talk about this in a video pretty soon, but I guess I'll talk about it here. There's basically 4 different kinds of combos, and every single combo is a combination of one or several of these 4 different kinds. There are, there's no good name for them, I guess natural combos, which are any move that hits twice. So it's like reused towards strong or something like that. The first hit combos into the second hit just purely like, just because it's a 2-hit move. There are links where one move fully recovers and then the next move comes out. and they combo by merit of the plus frames. I didn't know that had a hitbox. Her time over victory has a hitbox. How bizarre. Kind of cool. This guy's name is literally Hugo. There are cancels, which is when you interrupt the animation of certain moves in order to combo. So like Ryu crouch medium kick into fireball, you're canceling the crouch medium kick before it would naturally recover. There's not enough time to link crouch medium kick into fireball. And sometimes you can do links or cancels. Like Ken after crouch jab, he can link. He's like plus frames enough to link a light uppercut, but also he can like cancel into light uppercut. He can do it either way. You can let the crouch jab fully recover, and then still combo the light uppercut, or you can just you can interrupt the crouch jab's recovery. So a cancel refers specifically to when an animation is interrupted. Also, jump-ins are a kind of link, even though the animation for the air normal is being cancelled by landing. People still usually refer to them as links, just because the normal would cancel anyway by landing. Just for convenience sake. They feel like links, I guess, I don't know. And the other one is juggle, which is kind of like a link, I guess. But literally the only difference is the opponent, is being tossed around in the air. There are a lot of combos. Like if you do like Ryu towards fierce, crouch fierce, uppercut FADC ultra in Street Fighter 4, the towards fierce to crouch, the towards fierce 2 hits is a natural combo. The crouch fierce link is a link. The Shoryuken is a cancel, and the FADC ultra is a juggle. So you could just have combos that have like all of them. But every single interaction between combos, between hits of combos, is one of those four. People don't really ever talk about natural combos, but the word juggle is tossed around a lot, and the word cancel and link are both tossed around a lot. So it's good to know them. Oh, that looked deep. He probably could have called Super 1 after that. Super 1 is real hard for Hugo to deal with. It also starts up really fast. I'm pretty sure 3 frames. Might be 4. I think it's 3. It's 1 frame slower than a Super 2, which I'm pretty sure is 2 frames. I know because there's 2 frame links into a Super 2 that are 1 frame links into a Super 1. The links are safe to drop if you do Super 1 though, because Super 1 is safe on block and parry. It can be interrupted though, if you're like fighting a Q and he does like Super 1 through your Super. Why do I always see Remy's dash in and then go for the car throw, and even when they nail the car throw, that's out of range? Is there some weird mechanical thing going on, or are Remy's really bad judges of distance? I feel like I see that all the time. There it was. That wasn't a car throw, though. I think Remy's car throw has to be a forward throw because he does it off of a towards normal. It doesn't technically have to, but it's like insanely difficult to do a towards normal card into a back throw. Ooh, ran a little bit. Remy could have done an air normal to hit that. You sacrifice your invincibility to run. Remy should have hit an air normal regardless, retrospectively. Ooh, the overhead. Remy's overhead does not look like an overhead, but once you're used to the animation, then you'll block it on reaction. It's not like hard to react to, it's just that it's like if you've never seen it before, it's like, oh, that's an overhead. Ugh, that was a punish. Could have been bigger. Remy's two-hit sweep is the only two-hit sweep where I actually like. I mean, it's kind of bad because it's slow and not very useful. By Byung. But I like the way of getting out of it a lot. It's safe. It can be punishable, I think, even if you block both hits. But it's usually safe. But you can down parry between the two hits. And it's a blue parry. It's one of those moves that helps you train against, like, doing reaction parries in real matches. Difficult to live there. That's not a crazy hard parry from afar. He should have just tried to parry it instead of jumping. Parrying it on the ground is easier than parrying it midair. Most parries are not terribly difficult. Ah, that could have been huge. Parrying is mostly do you have a good enough read to do it, and not very much do you have the execution to do it. Although there are some supers that are very difficult to parry. He keeps on getting these nice. Oh, this is gonna kill maybe. Yeah, he got the mix up. Remy's health is not too hot. It's I think 1120, which is low average, and his dizzy is garbage. The bar doesn't look that much longer, but it's like, I think 4/5 or maybe 5/6 the length of Ryu's. I think 4/5. And Ryu's isn't even that long. Ryu's is only the normal size. Be kind of cool if you did Light of Virtue and canceled the super, and then like the Light of Virtue nullified Ryu's Fireball, and then the super. Ooh, what the hell? He tried to jump again! Why didn't you just wait and parry? Ryu can't do anything to mix up that release timing. Or he can, but like, you can just react to whenever he releases and parry it. That was terrible trying to jump a second time. That was a really bad decision. I hope he doesn't lose for that. Light of Virtue is the name of Remy's Fireball. If Ryu throws a Fireball as Remy throws a low Fireball, yeah, he will die. Come on, why were you not thinking about that, Ryu? That was difficult, though. Turning off Fireballs was hard, too. He should have focused on dodging. He should have focused on parrying Fireballs and whiffing low strong to try and get meter, because EX Fireball would hit before Remy could hit him with a Fireball of his own, and it would also beat Remy's normal Fireball. That was the way he should have played it. Wait for EX Fireball. It's really easy to build meter against Remy. You just fucking hang back. He doesn't have a mix-up from far away. And it's really easy to just react parry everything he does. No crouching opponent. No link was possible. Remy's punish was a little garbage, but I don't know what he does there. Maybe low strong into flash kick. Oh! That was pretty good. So Remy can't throw another high fireball while he's got a high fireball on the screen. But he can have a high fireball and a low fireball on the screen. That's one of the reasons that Remy's tend to alternate fireballs. It's because they can break fireball laws. Like he might have had to wait to do another low fireball right there. But he could do a hard one guaranteed. Knowing what you have to parry is important. He didn't realize it was going to be meaty machine gun blow. That's a lot of parries. It's not hard, but it's a lot. He thought it would be one parry and then punish. There's a lot of randomness inherent to parrying, because there's a lot of mix-up inherent to parrying. Randomness isn't inherently bad. In fact, it's necessary. Randomness is present in every game with mix-ups. You almost never see Dudley's ducking to go through fireballs, but it's kind of funny. Oh no! He could have punished that with flash kick. That was nice. That was a pretty bad jump. That was a punish. Dudley was really good there to have a punish like that ready. And that was pretty much a kill scenario. Pretty sure that was a true block string from the jab, so he had to red parry out and then get the entire super parry. What was I saying? Oh, it's something important I was trying to impart. I've forgotten. Yamakov. Remy's forward dash is pretty good. Mobility in general is very good in Street Fighter 3. Remy is surprisingly mobile for a fundamentally defensive character. That was poor charging. That staying fierce. Oh, that jump in combo that. So Remy did early jump jab, and when you jump jab, you sacrifice your ability to block when you land. That one time, last round, last match. And because Remy wasn't. Because Remy had already done the air normal, Dudley knew that he could do a full combo. It was like an impressive little moment. You get guaranteed hits on anyone who's already sacrificed their air normal. Sacrificed their ability to block low on landing. There's ground recovery if you hit an air normal, but no ground recovery if you empty jump. Low short to low light of virtue is pretty strong. It doesn't even combo, I'm pretty sure. Low strong into low light of virtue combos. But the second it's a low only parry, being able to cancel into a high only parry or a low only parry makes block strings a little bit safer. Because it's difficult for people to red parry out. This is gonna kill. Oh, he should have just done a jet upper combo. Any combo into jet upper was gonna dizzy. He didn't need to fuck around with cool juggles. He should have secured it immediately. Whenever I've got a combo that's near dizzy, I like potentially sacrifice, and then the follow-up from the dizzy is gonna kill. I potentially sacrifice like the longest version of the combo just to get the dizzy immediately. It's safer. Like if I've got like 3 reps of chicken on paper, but I could just do an EX uppercut to get the dizzy. I'll like do that on the second rep so I don't have to do the second rep of chicken and time it correctly. Even though I'm leaving damage on the table, it's a situation where it doesn't matter. This is a very difficult situation for Urien. Urien, when he doesn't have bar, has a very hard time making comebacks. He's just not that kind of character. That's it. I was talking about that last video. When certain characters air to air you, it's good to be ready with the parries in case they try to reset into the super. Dudley is one such character. Ooh, that red parry. And he got that parry tackle. That requires some complex charging. It doesn't really. It just requires good buffering. You need to do the forward and then the kick almost immediately, and it saves up that you did the tackle during the parry. It's not that hard. In fact, it's kind of easy to do on accident. So here's a 12. 12 does well in any matchup where he can easily control space, but his damage output is just nowhere near Dudley's. Yeah, it's not like Dudley's is even super amazing. It kind of is. It depends on the character. Dudley with EX in a corner and a punish combo has amazing damage output. Otherwise, it's like average. And here's the corner. Look how fucking fast he evened it. That was not a super hard parry. I think he just mistimed it. Because that's a 2-frame super, and because inputs aren't saved during super freeze, if you have a if you see a super like that, the parry for the super has to be inputted after the super freeze or before, but not during. So if you haven't already parried by the super freeze, which is what you should probably be looking for, you have to go for like a 1-frame parry, like a just frame parry, in order to parry it. So it's pretty difficult. That's why most people don't parry it if they like didn't react by the super freeze. Even though you can react to the super freeze, most people miss the parry. Ooh. But that one right there where he juggled into it, like not the one we just saw, but the one last round. He didn't get the first hit, so it wasn't a 2-frame super. So it was actually a pretty big window to get the parry. By the 12, just mistimed it. 12 sucks, doesn't he? Oh, that was really good reaction. 12 sucks. 12 is bad. I don't know, it's like a... No. I thought Harano was a Hugo. I think there's a Hugo with a name similar. Ooh. I think Dudley struggles to punish tackles. This Dudley really likes that reset into super. You can parry that. It's actually quite unsafe when parried. Actually using the short swing blow. You don't see that many Dudleys really pull that out. It's not bad. Ooh, that red parry. I don't... no, yeah, I like that. He messed up his setup. He burned bar to still die. That sucks. It's like the worst thing that could happen. Crouch block to jump in. Dudley's normals are so good. You can see how Dudley like doesn't get hit during the startup and then hits you. Dudley probably has the best slew of normals in this game. Good reaction. It's kind of hard. Towards being pickling super. That's like real hard. Getting supers off one hit confirms. I think that gives you less time to react than overhead does anyway. Ooh, stomp is safe in this game. You're supposed to parry it. If you don't parry it, you don't get a punish. Yeah, I really feel like it should be safe in Street Fighter 5. But I guess since there's no parrying, it would be too strong if it was safe. But he still requires down charge. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, very nice. That was pretty cool. He did the final parry, probably anticipating that Dudley would cancel the super. I think all versions of short swing blow can be cancelled to super. It might be -2. Oh, you mean in Street Fighter 5? I think it's -5 in Street Fighter 5. Nice tick. So short swing blow is 3 hits and then the final hit can be cancelled. A lot of people red parry the final hit of EX short swing blow. And then you should always be ready for another parry. You should actually red parry and then parry again because you don't sacrifice your punish time because he's punishable for quite a while. But if he decides to cancel it to Super 3, then you'll parry the first hit of that and then you can parry the other 4 hits after the freeze. It's a very good habit to do, like parry the last hit of EX short swing blow and then just go for the 2 parries there. Ugh. That's it. That's the parry you need to look for against Alex. Wow, very good. Good Ibuki play is very simple. Lots of throws, lots of pokes. Occasionally a super jump cancel combo. Wow! Not only did he successfully down Fierce, I don't think that has any fireball invincibility. I think he just lucked out. Not only did he successfully down Fierce through the super, but he got a hard flash drop punish. And he did it so like certainly that it was like he knew it was gonna work. Ibuki will be able to kunai. This is too central to our game. They might make it so that like it's a shittier projectile. But she's not gonna lose it, I feel. I feel like that's her signature special move.
山手線で、なんだった東京駅で、京葉線に乗り換える時の、ピエロこっちこっち、ピエロこっち、乗り換えこっちだからっつって、僕の顔見て言ったお
Well,
じさんの表情俺は忘れませんからね。そんなこと言ったっけ？めっちゃ面白かった。
Ibuki could have pretty much guaranteed the round by doing meaty super there. He's trying to save the bar. He succeeded. He had too little health, I feel like. I feel like he should have just burned the bar. Just to be safe. Suddenly you don't play around with. But what he did was better than what I would have gotten. The air throw. Ibuki still has an air throw in this game. So does Chun-Li actually. Ugh, step roundhouse just whiffed. I'd even go for that. I've never seen that link. I don't think that does link. Maybe he's trying to catch a parry attempt. Step roundhouse is 2 hits after all. Nice. I'd be down with the ground kunai. That thing was cool. F. Shibuki is Sanbo, or perhaps Sanpo, because I can never tell with that tiny ass font. That little tiny thing right there is either a circle or 2 lines. Like this tiny little thing. And which one it is determines the pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it says Sanpo. I don't know what Sanbo or Sanpo would mean, so I don't know what F would mean. It could just be a reference to the fucking letter F, since I don't think it has any other sort of meaning. That was good. Volume. I think Chun-Li gatekeeps Dudley to some degree. That might be true, it might not, I don't remember. Dudley's a pretty strong character, but he's always kept out of top tier. He's like right on the verge. There's someone in the top tiers, it might be Chun-Li, might be both of them, who've really prevented Dudley from really flourishing. I don't think it's like a 7-3 or anything, but Dudley has like it might be a 7-3, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Dudley versus Ken is pretty fair. Dudley's a better character than Urian for sure. It's only through like years and years of like setups that people have ever even remotely considered Urian to be almost as good. Dudley has more matchups where he is at an advantage, and he also tends to have bigger advantages in those matchups. Urian usually has pretty fair matchups, to be honest. Urian doesn't have a thing more than 6-4. What the fuck? That's never a combo. It's a failed super. But it was EX. Some kind of bizarre lane only combo. That's not enough. You can't crouch short into EX machine gun blow. There's not enough hits done. The fuck kind of symbol is that? What does it mean? Bud Blast?
なるほど。そんなプレイヤーなんですよ。いや、今勝負の勝率すごいですね。結構ね、体力リードした方
Dudley can counterpick characters without needing his super. Dudley's like still a solid character without super.
まあ超重要だからね、それ。
What do they mean? Is this some kind of bizarre Bud Light sponsorship?
ちょっと待って、今の今無理だね。あれ、永久入んないのかな、エレナには。でも入るけど、
Thanatos. This is a bad matchup for Aura.
いや、石で速ピを
She has all the things that Chun-Li has that make it's like better and worse than Chun-Li. It's definitely better overall. Elena is much better at contesting Aura's air presence than Chun-Li is. Nice juggle. That was max damage there.
50円以上楽しんでます、このサードストライク。まあ、1万試合のこれが
And Elena still has all the hitbox stuff that makes it difficult against Chun-Li. But Elena does not have low forward super.
あれ無理ですね。今のサポ
So Elena counter pokes him on the ground and counter pokes him in the air.
ス連携ですね。
But she doesn't have any crazy burst damage. But it's still a bad matchup. She beats him in footsies in literally every position on the screen they can be in. Don't jump. Never jump. If Aura has stones, leaving the ground is a bad idea.
回復するね、ヒーリング。 し
Depends on the range.
ますから。もう格ゲーにおいてその体力
This matchup is not good.
回復するっておかしいよね。結構やばい。
But Aura's damage output is so much higher. Aura can land one hit versus like Elena's 10 and do the same damage. But it's actually really difficult for Aura to land a close strong against an opponent who knows the game.
まだまだ可愛いもんだぞ、こんなもんは。さあ投げて発動。さあここで
There's no mix up to close strong. There's no reason you should let it hit you.
7人はね、これ夢を広げて発動してくからね。そうですね。ゲージが溜まれば7人は発動しますから。あのね、次の試合のことを考えたりとかは、7人は絶対にしないから。そういうこと。それが7人の良さだから。そうですよね。
Aura stones don't do that much damage, so you can't even frame trap with it that well.
貯金しないで。そうですね。もう全部
It's worth getting thrown like 6 times before you eat one super.
酔い越しの銭は残さねえと。
This is really showing off just how fucking dominant the footsies are in this matchup.
7人が貯金したら7人じゃなくなりますよね。
Thanatos is one of the best auras. Maybe the best. Oh, that was desperate as hell. Alright, he's going for probably the reset to, yeah. Oh, the unblockable. He completely lucked out.
体が石がなくなって手前打ち踏むのはしっかり我慢してラウンド足が引っかかる。キラキーさん強いですね。結構強いですよ、キラキーさん。
They rotoscoped Elena, where they didn't rotoscope any other character.
もともとミミックさん
She's supposed to be a character who demonstrates, like, you know, the graphical strength of the CPS3 engine.
そんで誠キャラが弱いっつってユンに変えたんです。
There were a lot of things like that in New Generation, like Gil. Gil was supposed to show off that sprite mirroring was no longer necessary.
大概なこと言い出すね。いや誠弱いよ。マジ弱いから。まああれはトミーの頑張りだと思うよ俺も。だってハッキー打ってるだけで勝てるもん。そうそう終わってるでしょ。終わってる。だからね、そのねキャラ
Then Strike was supposed to be like a
のが大変。これが
look how much stronger look how far we've come since Street Fighter Alpha,
これにちょっと口を感じるんであれば誠はやめた方がいいですよね。
basically.
誠ね、あれなんだよ。歩きが遅い。
It's supposed to be a impressive technology. Or look how far we've come since Street Fighter 2, I suppose, more directly.
誠からユンに変えましたが、ちょっと今回のクーペはユンで出るっぽいんですけど。てかミミックずっとユンじゃね別に。でもなんかいろいろ本人的には考えて、いやでも今年来年のクーペ、次のクーペ
Even if you know the throw is coming, it's really hard to get out of it. You can't exactly jump out. And hitting him before you get thrown is almost impossible. You need really fast normals and like frame perfect timing. That's pretty much it, but even then, like after a parry is like a kind of rare instance because people can just climb up when you're that close. Because getting thrown isn't that bad. That's probably Aura's biggest weakness. Is the weakness of his throws. His back throw leaves you full screen, his forward throw does like literally no damage. Yan is a fair character. Look at how fair this is. Run away. Strong, 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 strong. Random Grenadian activation, follow it in. Repeat. I've seen an Elena versus Yun matchup where the Yun got 4 Grenadians in one round. This is already looking like it's going to be a round like that. Oh, he dropped it. It might have actually been 339. That's the 3rd Grenadian. Elena's doing a pretty good job not dying, but this should kill her. Yun is a nice and fair character. I'm just kidding, Yun is bullshit. No one complains about him because he's less bullshit than Chun-Li, even though he might be better. Aw, he had to stay in short link, but he didn't react in time, or he didn't want to go for it, or something. Ah, the classic. The normal ass mid-screen Yun Genei combo. I almost never see people do that these days. You rarely see that combo anymore. You usually see some variation of Keeper Jin. It like kind of feels good to see just the shoulder juggle. That's like probably what they intended. When they designed Genei, they were probably like, well, he can carry you to the corner with shoulders and it doesn't do that much damage. And then people found the fucking palm towards medium kick loops, and then people found like the fucking Kara palm loops, and people found the enders that would give you half your meter back, and things just went to shit. Nice. We don't have a Rekka character, do we? In Street Fighter 5? I'd like one. Faye is fine, I guess. This will probably kill. No, that did straight up half of her health. It's not like Makoto has low health either. That was just a good connect. He was close to the corner and everything. Watch that again. Let's get the exact amount of health that she had. It was like right about half from a dive kick combo. And Makoto has 1200 health, same as Shoto's. That's bullshit. Meeting my mic for a sec to eat delicious soup. Soup is awesome. It's spicy cheese quesadilla soup. It's got like black beans and cheese, some kind of pepper, lots of corn. It's tasty. And some kind of sauce in it somewhere that tastes like tastes a little bit like chipotle sauce. Alright, what's going on here? Dive kicks are pretty plus in this game. They're not really any worse than normal jumps. They're easier to anti-air. But if you block them, it's not like they're like barely plus or anything like that. They learned their lesson with this game. This was the game where Capcom realized that like dive kicks were strong. And now whenever they make a dive kick, they have to make it extremely shitty. Like Yun and Yang's dive kicks in Street Fighter 4, how you have to connect them super deep, or like Cammy's dive kick or stuff like that. Or they have to make some extreme restriction. Like Rufus's entire character was balanced around him having a good dive kick. He has like a bunch of other shitty things to compensate for it. That catches people jumping out, and it's not terribly unsafe to whiff. Yun could have done quarter circle back punch, new quarter circle forward punch to get the dash punch to hit it. And that would have blocked if he did a short version. The trick is you never know which version Makoto did. She can't react in this game though. Just how she couldn't react in Street Fighter 4. In this game, which arc you take is based on which button you hit for the kick. So like down forward, hard kick gives full screen. They couldn't do that in Street Fighter 4 because you have to use all 3 kicks to even activate the super, the ultra. So they had to make it so you had to hit another kick before you hit the wall. But they still wanted to make it so she couldn't choose where she was going. Then they removed the invincibility, but you still can't choose where you're going, even though it's not invincible anymore. Yun's a bullshit. Wow, nice. Really good anti-air. He missed the first... No, he got all hits. It looked like it was only 4. That got all the hits too. Capcom has said that they're gonna, quote, update it as long as people are interested in it, end quote. But they probably won't keep going until there's 100. It's probably gonna be like Street Fighter 4, where it's just like they're gonna keep on adding characters until their next Street Fighter project. There's a downside to having too many characters. Makes it harder and harder to pick up. The cap would be 30. Come on, we can do better than that. I say 40. Once the game's been out years, 30 will still make a pretty small number. Fucking Street Fighter 4 has 45 characters. Or is it 44? I think it's 44. Wow. That's Chun-Li. It's not Chun-Li only, but it doesn't work on that many characters. Like Red Chan has mid-screen. Dudley has nice combos against Chun-Li, mostly involving Crouch Roundhouse, that don't work on most other characters. Notably, his corner combo with Crouching Roundhouse is a little crazy. Most people have seen it. But we're gonna get it right now. Damn. Chun-Li was afraid of it. Yep, Chun-Li's still afraid of it. Oh, the crouch jab. When Chun-Li doesn't have meter, this matchup becomes quite different. Cross Tekken had a lot. Somewhere in the 40 to 50. I forget how many. Maybe 10 characters are a waste of a slot in Street Fighter 4. But they weren't always, it's just like a lot of characters. Like, there's only been like 3 or 4 characters who have never shined. It's like DJ and Hakan. A lot of characters that are considered bad now were considered strong in an earlier version. Blanca saw a decent amount of play in vanilla. Honda saw a lot of play in vanilla and super.
もともとなんか日本でなんかヨーヨーのなんかイベントがあって、招待
It's just not their time.
今来てるガチで。あ、日本に住まれてる方じゃないんですか？そうです。アメリカで招待されたから遊びに来たっていう。なるほど。
I don't know how many Street Fighter characters there are.
おばあちゃんが日本人。
Smart. He could have done the turret combo, and that required immediate parries, but instead he did one parry. He did a single normal cancel to short swing blow, which would punish someone going for 2 quick parries, because he had to do 2 separate parries to do it. That was a 50-50. It was quite clever. Making setups like that is a very important skill in this game. A lot of people like go for a chip out and then they just get parried and it's like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? And the answer is you need to have a mix-up to kill. But mix-ups when the opponent is forced to parry are insanely strong. Nice. I can't even remember a single Honda player. Didn't Jewel Man? Was that a dash in uppercut? I didn't know that worked. Or was that a duck in? Duck upper? It was like 2 crush roundhouses. It was almost certainly duck upper. It just looked like a dash upper because I was like looking away. Pretty sure upper cancel to super hit looks really different too. Ducking upper would be a much more normal combo. Very nice. I think he was too far to get crush roundhouse there. Or maybe it would be a reliable punish. Or he could have been doing low parry, high parry. A lot of Chun-Li's, when you parry the low forward, they just super anyway, and it'll beat whatever button you push trying to punish the low forward. It's unsafe because you could just parry and block, but you know. But a lot of players will do like low forward, like down parry, forward parry, in anticipation of low forward super. Huda Man, I think Joel Man. I remember Henry Sen played Honda. Then Mike Ross, and that's everyone outside of Japan that I can think of. And I think all 4 of those characters ditched him. There were so many characters in Street Fighter 4 that like it's hard to take any character and think of more than like a small handful of players. Like sure, if you think of like Bison, you'll probably like list off like 10 Bison players. Even that one. Super Street Fighter 4 added Jury and Hakan. They were new. Approximately everyone tried to main Jury right when Super came out. Regular Street Fighter 4 added those 4. Rufus, Abel, Viper, and El Fuerte. It also added Goku and Seth. Hey. Hey, that was a good Hazanshu. A lot of the characters, in Street Fighter 4 were so redesigned that they basically didn't resemble, they'd basically never been in a game before. That's not true, that's like a gross exaggeration. But like the World Warriors who hadn't appeared in a while, like the addition of EX moves changed them quite a lot. Evil Ryu wasn't new. Evil Ryu already existed. He was quite redesigned from his alpha version though. They did 4 characters for the initial release. I can understand why they'd want to bring back a lot of characters. People like return characters a lot. I do like Capcom's new characters. Kind of. I like Laura a lot. I like Rashid a lot on paper. I think Fung is cool, even though he's not that good yet. Nikali, I think, is probably the least interesting, but only because he tried to do the least new things. Although I still like his design a lot. Most reversals are invincible to throws. That's important when fighting a character like Makoto. No super jump cancel. Or was it just a very late one? It was probably a very late one. I love Makoto's neutral animation so much. She's like perfectly stiff. But her gi still moves like in the wind. It's supposed to show off like your composure. Yeah, Oni's a really good twist on the Shoto. So is Goken, I suppose. Even though Goken's like so different that he's not a Shoto anymore. The same role of gimmick character? Shut the fuck up. 1, I'm pretty sure Miko's worse than Rashid. 2, they're literally nothing alike. What the fuck does gimmick character even mean? Just because he has like setups and tricks and tech. There's nothing gimmicky about fucking up Mika. That comment like makes me angry. You should main one or both of those characters until you fucking renounce that opinion. Oh, that combo's cool as hell. Wow, that wasn't an accident. It looked like he dropped it. He got the tackle. He actually used it. I didn't think he was gonna... Or not the tackle, the mirror. I didn't think he was gonna use the mirror. Why is this still fair? Low strong. You don't see that normal almost ever. Tertiary would be the word. Held back by the mirror. Or I could dash under high mirrors. Not every character can. In fact, most characters can't. We need more soup. You guys see EX spinning bird kick just lost a reuse towards strong because of the extremely long active period because it has 2 hits. Kind of interesting.
やめてランドね考えててこいつバカ何発動してんだ背中蹴りでよかったのについにブロッチャってブロッチャダメだやばいねバナー違うぜバナーいいわバナー久々のバナーをクーペ使えるとちょっと今思った悩んだもん今
A very deep connectivist towards strong you can combo out of, especially on a crouching opponent.